you guys are still at an early phase of making money off of this, but so far, what has been the most successful in terms of making money, or at least getting people to see it? Like, where were your eyeballs and where have your dollars come in? If you could just prioritize them, in terms of the DVD, or
I think it's equal. It's from the website, and now I don't know. Probably with this screening, we'll see. We'll see. It's going to be half and half in terms of our revenue.
But are you mostly talking about people buying the DVD or doing the direct download? Because I bought the download, but did anyone else do that?
A lot of people.
75 people bought the download.
80. I think it's 86.
Oh, it's 86. Oh, he's been on the website.
It might be 87 right now too. Yeah.
That's good.
But DVDs, you've sold more DVDs than that.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you can sell them here at screenings and other places.
I mean, I think the place that we're at right now too is like our first screenings were people we knew. Yeah. And then screenings like this are like those people's friends. And like, I just want to ask you guys, how many of you guys have a Facebook profile here? How many of you?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Most hands.
Now, how many of you guys are going to Facebook about how awesome the movie is?
So, yeah,
okay,
that
cool.
helps.
Yeah.
Even
You guys,
if you hated it too, you can.
yeah,
do
but
that
I
too.
feel like anybody who raised their hand, you can put this on your resume. You are the senior vice president of One Too Many Mornings Marketing Company. I mean, you are. This is how it works. This is how it
Or
works.
what? We can negotiate the title.
Your salary is $0. But I mean,
EVP.
really, we are relying on you guys to help us get the movie out there. I mean, and hopefully you heard about it through somebody else. You didn't hear about it because we had the money to hang, billboards or anything like that.
Hang billboards, I love it.
But that's the truth. That's the truth. We're broke. We don't have any money. We're relying on people to just talk about it.
We have like one bus stop, bench. That's what we have. We have one bus stop bench.
Do you really have that?
No, but
That's a
It'd be
good
awesome.
idea, though. That's a good
Can
idea.
you just make
Steven.
that and
The guy
just go out there and
driving-
just do it?
yeah.
I've always wanted to buy just my own and just put my name on it.
One Too Many Mornings.
That's
Anthony
selfish.
Deptula. Just your face.
Is there a question out there in the audience? Right here, I see you.
Yeah, is this your guys' first movie?
Yeah, this is our first feature together, and then we made a bunch of shorts together, and
Which are on the DVD that if you can buy for $10.
Come on, stop.
What?
But we made a short. We met Mike through. Steve and I were in a sketch troupe, and we made a short about my next door neighbor who was an illegal dentist at the time, and that's how we met Mike.
How do you intend on continuing making money off of this, making your money back that you've invested in it? Are you trying to get other distribution deals? And if so, how does the YouTube deal you have affect possible other distribution deals?
What a good question.
That's a really good question.
That's great. In terms of making our money back, we're doing special engagements across the country. We're also booking colleges, and we're getting fees from those. And we're even doing really small fees with Ithaca College, where we're doing a Skype Q&A for $100. And we're gonna take it. The goal is to make our investors' money back. We're under $50,000. Every little bit helps.
Yeah, and all the kids at Ithaca College, they're all going to be co-senior vice president of the marketing company as well.
No, and it helps just to have
Yeah.
people see our film as well, and it's sort of the word of mouth. And from that, I guess I'll talk to the YouTube point. I think in terms of how it affects our distribution, it could scare off somebody like Sony Classic Pictures. It's a risk that we're taking, and I think we're actually making the right choice.
I think.
Yeah, I think so.
And the other piece to it too is we have a sales agent who is helping us look at VOD options and Netflix and Amazon and iTunes and all that. We haven't locked it down yet.
There's no reason why you're not doing it. You're just figuring out the right way to do it.
Exactly, and we don't blame distributors either. We understand, attendance is lower for smaller movies, and they have to pay their bills too. And it's I think a lot of people who self-distribute, they're like, screw distributors, and
Yeah,
we
we're
want to
not-
work with distributors on our next movie. We want that.
When you wrote your budget for $50,000, was it what you thought you could just barely make the movie for, or did you say $50,000 because that's based on a distribution plan we could have in place 2 years from now? That's what we think we can make back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. We shot the first 40 pages for pretty much nothing.
Like $2,000.
Yeah, $2,000 or $3,000. And when we went out with the first, 30, 40 pages that we shot, we showed it to an investor, and and he liked it, and he gave us a number. And we went off
worked around that.
Yeah, we went off of that, and we said this is doable. This is what we can make it for. Because we had a lot of friends who donated equipment, donated time, and since I live in that church, it's free, so we didn't have to pay for this huge location, and we figured we could, make it for that amount of money.
Yeah. I think one thing that I learned for, if you get into a big festival, having a publicist, it can really help you. So sort of putting that into your budget and like actually having a festival budget is a smart thing, which, we were just trying to finish the movie and we just, got under, but having that number, that little padding will really help you.
I think also just making your film for as little as you possibly can will allow you to take advantage of as many opportunities as are presented to you. Like if our film cost, $200,000, we may not be sitting here right now. We may be sitting here hoping to get a distribution deal that's more traditional because this is more of a risk, but it's a lot less of a risk. As long as we don't stop, we'll keep,
Yeah, but when will you stop? I mean, have you guys talked about that?
We'll
Because
stop
the
when
three
our
of you
investment
are doing a lot of work, I mean, how much work are you doing, on a weekly basis for this movie?
It's been really busy. I'd say, I don't know, probably about 25 hours of work just trying to set up all these screenings across, the country. I don't know what, once we reach the investor's money, getting his money back, and then hopefully we can set up some sort of other revenue stream that can keep paying him back. But I don't know when we're going to stop.
No, I mean, you're right. It's a daily thing where we're emailing and talking to people at, I talked to someone at Colorado Springs the other day because we want to try to film there. We're talking to people daily because we're trying to go all over the place. I mean, it's a daily thing.
We haven't run out of any doors to knock on yet. So I think when that happens, maybe that will be the time. But so far, there's still a lot of colleges that we need to reach out to.
2017.
Hopefully, hopefully some colleges maybe will see this video and be like, oh, we want to bring those guys out. Maybe they will, and we'll go.
So has anyone clicked on the $100,000 buy our distribution rights now? And have you had a heart attack if they were joking?
So the question was on our website, on our web store, you can buy the DVD, a download, and a deluxe edition, which actually comes with a piece of the couch used in the movie and poster. And we also, at the very bottom, you can buy the domestic theatrical rights for $100,000. You could probably do it from your phone, actually, right? Like you could do it right now.
Anybody?
We cancel all of the other screenings, and you could play it wherever you want, but it's $100,000. And has anyone clicked on it?
People have talked about, studios have talked to us about it, which has been really funny. But no one's put in credit card information. What kind of credit card do you need to have $100,000 limit?
I think an Amex Black is what you need for that.
Is it a black?
Yeah.
You can also use PayPal.
I was wondering, once you were in production and shooting every weekend for 2 years, how much the script changed?
Oh, that's a great question. The biggest part was after we got our first rough cut together. In terms of what our first rough cut was pretty much the script. We do improvisation a little bit, but I'd say it was fairly minimal. Once we had our first rough cut and we showed it to people, we actually completely rewrote the first 10 pages altogether. And we introduced the characters differently, and we learned a lot about what we could do.
What we learned was that we didn't really set up our characters well because we already knew us. And so when we shot it, we didn't give any information to the audience of their relationship, who they were to each other, and then we had to suck it up and then shoot the first 10 pages, which was really hard.
Yeah, but I mean, the first 10 pages when we rewrote it, we're like, okay, we'll rewrite it so people know us, but we added
a car scene and then 30 kids
in a car scene, which is the hardest thing to shoot. So I mean, as opposed to two guys sitting on a couch, how we had it.
We had a bear scene, which we cut, but
we did.
Didn't we shoot a bear scene in the first time? No.
Yeah, it was a different movie.
That would have been good, though.
Cool. Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you guys very much for coming out here.
Thanks for coming out.